All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who also rule well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. I just want to do a lesson going in on this article that was posted up. All right, and this article is concerning, the censorship of YouTube, which that's going to lead into the prophetical event, which is the famine of the word, okay, which is prophesied to happen. All right, and we can see that YouTube has been doing a lot of censoring. Salakia. All right, so let me read the article. It says YouTube took down more videos than ever last quarter, as it relied more on non-human moderators. In-office staffing reductions due to the coronavirus meant it relied more on its auto filters. Okay, so YouTube is constantly taking down videos. All right, and concerning the realm of this truth. All right, because the real reason why the Lord set up YouTube was really for the prophets, for this truth to be broadcasted through the four corners of the earth. That's the real reason why the Lord set up YouTube. All right. But millions of videos has been taken down, and concerning, brothers that's posting up this truth. All right. A lot of brothers' pages has been clipped. A lot of brothers' videos get hit with strikes and taken down. All right. And this is pretty much the elites. They want to regulate the internet mainly and solely for the purpose of cutting off the prophets from speaking the true understanding of the scriptures. OK, because they know that the men of the Lord are out there, the elites. All right. The elites, they know the truth behind who the real Israelites are, because they had a hand of blocking us off from our heritage. So now that the fact that we have woken up and this truth is spreading like wildfire, you got camps globally, all right, calling on the names of Yahweh Shema Shai, the true names of the Heavenly Father. All right, now the elites, they're taking steps in censoring the internet. All right, so it says, let me just hit a few points and get some scriptures. It says, as it predicted would likely happen, YouTube removed more videos in the second quarter of 2020 than it ever has, as the company leaned more on its algorithm in place of most of its human content moderators. Yeah, and that's why brothers are circumspect in the way that they title lessons and when they say certain words, because YouTube has AI system that's used to hone in on certain keywords. Okay, when you speaking about Esau, Edom, okay, certain things you put in the title, the AI will pick up on it, and then it'll automatically flag and delete your video. Okay, certain words concerning truth, Esau. All right, they probably have the Most High's true name, in there, and sometimes the AI pick it up. All right, there's certain hot words that you use, that brothers use. All right, when you title your lessons, Esau will eventually pick up on it and delete the video. Why? Because he wants to shut this truth down. It says that's according to the community guidelines enforcement report the company released Tuesday, which shows it took down more than 11.4 million videos between April and June. In the same period last year, YouTube removed just under 9 million videos. It says, when this is in quotations, when reckoning with greatly reduced human review capacity due to COVID-19, we are forced to make a choice between potential under enforcement or potential over enforcement, the company wrote in a blog post. And back in quotations, Because responsibility is our top priority, we choose the latter, using technology to help with some of the work normally done by reviewers. Okay, so they said they choose the latter option, which is over enforcement. All right, so anything that's speaking up against the government, because you got preppers and people that are know about the elites. All right, those other people outside the truth that are speaking up against Esau, all right, are being clipped too. So Esau, he wants YouTube to completely just be folly, all right, and nothing else, no truth, nothing that's shedding light, on what's going on in the earth. Okay, Esau, he's even clipping videos that have to do with using herbs, in different things as medicine. All right, so he can continue to push his vaccine, and he can continue to push that lie that you got to go to the doctor. All right, but the fact that Esau shutting the internet down and more regulations is coming up, there's going to come a point in time where let me get Amos 8:11, that this is going to take place. Amos 8:11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, and the Lord, the creators of the heavens and the earth, Yahweh, through his son Yahweh Shai, all right, has set up servants on the earth, prophets, men of the Lord, to proclaim this word. And this word has been going out nonstop. Okay, nonstop ever since the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, jumped on it, YouTube. I believe it was back in 2007, if I'm not mistaken. All right, all the way up until now, the Lord, he's been calling out and warning our people. Okay, and 2/3 of the nation of Israel has disregarded the Lord's warning to come back and serve him. So now we're in the latter end, where America is about to implode. All right, all these things is looming on the horizon, which signals nothing but mass destruction. Okay, the famine of actual food and water is approaching. Okay, the Lord is sending many different scourges, twin hurricanes, lightning strikes, wildfires. We're expecting a big earthquake anytime now here in California. All right, not only that, sedition among men, and the economic structure of America is collapsing. All right, and here it is, the Lord still has his servants, speaking the words of prophecy and warning our people to come back to serve the Lord. All right, breaking down the scriptures, the events that's going on earth, and leading it back to the scriptures. All right, here it is, the Lord still has his word readily accessible. All right, but it's getting scarcer and scarcer. And there's going to come a point in time where Amos 8:11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Yeah, hearing the words of the Lord, all right, is how you get salvation. Okay, let me get a quick precept. Real quick. This is Romans chapter 10:7. So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. And the scriptures also say, when Yahweh Shai returns upon the earth, shall he not find faith on the earth? Okay, so if faith cometh by hearing, and the Lord shuts down, the words, of salvation, all right, which is this new song, the Lord shuts down his truth, then how could you hear the words to receive the faith of Yahweh Shema Shai, man? Okay, so those that have been pussyfooting and not been trying to, establish their foundation within the understanding of Yahweh Shema Shai in these scriptures, all right, when the Lord cuts this truth off, they're not going to have a foundation. Their faith is not going to be built up, okay, in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. So therefore, they're going to be destroyed, man, right along with Esau and the rest of these heathens, right along with America. All right. And when Yahushua comes back with the holy angels and so-called UFOs, the majority of our people, 2/3 of Israel, is going to be in a state of confusion. OK, they're going to realize that they should have listened to the prophets. All right. And then they're going to be destroyed. Verse 12, it says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. Yeah, in that day, when the Lord cuts his truth off, all right, and Esau rolls in with martial law, and America is in the worst, is fully in Jacob's trouble, okay, and everybody you know is dying. All right. And everything is in a state of uncertainty. All right. Danger is all around you. You don't know how you're going to eat. You have nobody to rely on. All right. You're going to be searching for the men that have the answers. OK. And that's those men that were out there preaching. OK. On the highways and hedges. It says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. So they're not going to find the prophets. OK, they're going to be trying to find answers, trying to figure out what's really going on. But at that time, the Lord is only going to laugh at you. Pertaining to Proverbs chapter 1 and 20, because the Lord, he didn't just have his servants out there just, for no reason, man. The Lord, he had his servants out there to warn our people, man. And whoever takes heed. Whoever doesn't, is going to be caught out there. Proverbs 1 and 20, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? All right, so here it is. The Lord has his servants going out week in and week out on not only on the internet, but also on the streets, proclaiming this word, man. And eventually Esau, he's going to make it to where you can't even go out and preach. All right, you can't gather together and preach the word, because Esau, this pandemic is all about divide and conquer. All right, and eventually he's going to say no groups whatsoever. All right. They're already talking about banning Bible study. All right. I believe they're speaking about different, Christian groups, which the Lord ain't dealing with those religions. All right. But they're banning. The point is they're banning Bible study or gatherings. All right. Because of the coronavirus, a pandemic that they made up to divide and conquer. All right. So eventually the men of the Lord won't even be out there in the chief place of concourse. OK, so it says she crieth in the chief place of concourse. And why is wisdom crying out? Wisdom is crying out because it's a warning, man. All right. Wisdom is crying, is speaking out to our people, man, saying, how long will you love simplicity? OK, how long are you going to continue to live in a comfortable state, knowing that not knowing? All right, because now you're willfully ignorant. How long are you going to be comfortable being a slave, man? How long are you going to be comfortable living in wickedness? All right. And the pending judgment is approaching, and our people are still in a simple state of mind. They think it's all fun and games. All right. It says, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. All right. 2/3 of our people are fools because they despise knowledge. All right, they rather live this simple lifestyle where they're being led to the slaughter by Esau. OK, 23, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, and I will make known my words unto you. And that's what the Lord is doing. The Lord is making known his words unto the nation of Israel. Not only the nation of Israel, but all the nations of the earth. OK, scriptures tell you that. I believe it's in Jeremiah, if I'm not mistaken, that I have made thee a prophet to the nations. All right. So the men of the Lord is prophesying about and speaking to all the nations, letting these heathen nations know their judgment, letting Esau, the chief heathen, know his judgment, and 2/3 and 1/3 of the nation of Israel, speaking of salvation, So it says, I will make known my words unto you, because I have called and ye refuse. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. And that's what you see now. Our people's too comfortable living in this world. All right. They want to continue to try to build a kingdom in this world. They want to continue to build a foundation upon this world. You know, our people are still into voting. Our people still calling themselves African American or black or Latino or Native American. All right. They don't want to wake up to the fact that they're the Lord's chosen people, man. All right. You know, so they still believe in Esau's infrastructure. So I'm going to continue to read. It says, because I have called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. All right. They didn't regard. All right. Let's see what that just quick. Let's see what the word regard, quashad, meaning to hear. So they didn't want to hear the words. OK, they see the men of the Lord and they walk the other way. Or they ignore, they just walk right past. All right. They don't even want to hear what the men of the Lord got to say. All right. Out of the scriptures, man. It says, be attentive, heed. They didn't want to take heed to those men that was standing out there. It looked like they were screaming out, reading out the scriptures. Incline of ears. They didn't want to incline their ears to the word. Okay. They didn't want to hearken, because there's one of them, hearken, pay attention, listen. Okay, they didn't want to listen, man. All right. And the Lord made the men of the Lord on the highways and hedges a spectacle. All right, I believe that word spectacle goes into like I might be mistaken, but I think it goes in like on a theater. When you're looking at like a theater, it's a spectacle. Okay, so all right, you can't miss the men of the Lord. The only reason why the brothers that's out there preaching, haven't been on the news, but haven't been like, out there in the media, out of all these years being out there, is because Esau, he's purposely keeping the men of the Lord out of the media, purposely, but the men of the Lord are a spectacle. You literally, you can't miss the prophets are standing out there. So there's no more cloak for your sins. So I'm going to continue to read Proverbs 1:25. But ye have said at not all my counsel with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Yeah, that links up with Amos 8:11. All right, how they shall wander. All right, looking for the words. All right, because these words are the rivers of living water. All right, they fulfill your spirit. These words is able to make thee wise unto salvation. All right, this truth is how how you are able to escape the calamities that's coming. Okay, and the hardships and the death. All right, but our people don't want to hear the words of life. So when that day come, the men of the Lord is going to be laughing at you. And that's really Yahweh Shema Shai laughing at you through his servants. All right, which are the Lord's mouthpiece. All right, let me get Matthew 24:14. And his gospel, the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So this word has been preached throughout the world. And that's why we're seeing the Lord slowly drawing his word back. And it says, and then shall the end come. So we're approaching the end. All right. You got Esau, setting up. Well, his FEMA camps are already set up. All right. But now there's videos that are leaking out. Esau got cages for humans. OK, human cages with bathrooms in it. All right. Because these FEMA camps are going to become overpopulated. All right. Esau, he's moving in with the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, getting people conditioned. OK, so that we're right here at the end, meaning that this word has gone out already. And this word has two things to do: to condemn the world and to seal the elect. So the fact that we seeing Esau shutting down the internet, all right, and he wants to do more enforcements, eventually when his word is cut off, that means the elect is already sealed, man. All right. And that final test is going to come which is the hour of temptation. All right, when Esau administers the mark of the beast. But the elect is going to be saved out of all that, man. All right, because the elect is going to have this word within them. All right. And the reason why this word is not shut off yet is because the elect is still getting built up. All right. But once that measure is met, you know, the elect is going to have what they need in order to receive salvation, which is ultimately the faith. Because when you go to edification, which, you know, the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone always push that, you know, make sure your videos are edifying. The word edification means to build up. Build up what? Your faith. All right. And the scriptures say faith cometh by hearing. So the prophets are speaking these words through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is building up the faith of the elect. Once the faith of the elect is built up, you know, and sealed, that's when the end is going to come. And the remnant is going to be delivered through faith. Okay. And Yahweh Shema Shai, and also through works, because your faith and your works are married to each other. You know, they go hand in hand. So with that being said, I pray this lesson be edifying. I want to say, call halal, Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Rachakodash, forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who also rule well. Peace and citation to those of the hopeful elect. Shalom and a ball.